Welcome back everyone to Hearts of Iron 4 playing as Japan. In case you were sleeping or you kind of just skipped an episode, don't worry, I do that too when I watch YouTube series. I won't hold that against you. But last time we had managed to force China, or at least we kind of made them our puppet. Somehow they accepted that demand, and now they have changed their name to Reorganized Nationalist China. And they have a fascist dictatorship under the rule of Wang Jingwei, who is now he's following our every move, let's just say there. So good on him for taking charge of China. We accept, well, not humbly, but we welcome his betrayal, I suppose, from, what's that guy called? The leader of nationalist China. Oh, wait, oh, no, I should remember the name. Anyway, I will remember it someday, but not right now. Anyway, I'm happy that he managed to take charge there and, well, basically lead his country now on our side. We have a national focus now after a Chinese puppet, and that is to subdue the warlords or sever Sino-German ties. We can do both, actually, just the question of which one first. Subdue these warlords seems like a good thing. From that we get Conquer Focus War Goal against People's Republic of China, Jiangxi, Guangxi, Qibei Sanma, and Yunnan. Basically, this guy here, and yeah, these couple of warlords here running around. And we will definitely get rid of Mao Zedong before he does any silly things. So I think we'll take the Purple Army. Purple Army will be restructured to have the front line here along the communist China path, and the other one, which will be the Orange Army, I believe this is the Orange Army. Yep, I can change the name of it if I wanted to. I could make it the Blue Army. Let's make it the Blue Army instead. There we go. Here's the Blue Army. The Blue Army, or the Dark Blue Army even, will be positioning themselves along the front lines of Guangxi, which is actually a fairly long line. There's a fairly broad front line here, along the Guangxi. So there will be a challenge to overcome, I assume. I could send some more troops to assist them, but I'll see where it goes. I see where it leads us. This here will not complete this mission because, there's no need to attack Shanghai at the moment. So instead I could take these guys and reposition them. I could just send them to Guaoqiong, I guess this is. Or can I not? There's no naval base there. That's not good. I would like a naval base. No, there's no naval base here. Actually, it's level 10. Wait, is it over here then, in Taipei? No, it's not. Okay, so it's gotta be a naval base here. Yeah, there it is. I just found the icon. Partially blind, but, you gotta be blind sometimes. And send them here. That's not even making any kind of sense. So ignore me. Always ignore me. Anyway, let's get the time going. We have wars to finish off, I suppose, and things to conquer and put under our sphere. I gotta say though, I got the code for this pre-release yesterday evening or afternoon, more to the point, and that was the only, I never have a headache, but this time I had a headache. Of course, when I wanted to record and things like that, prepare, I had a headache. So I went to bed early just I could get up in the nights to record things and get ready. So I woke up at 1 a.m. and I was up until basically 8 a.m. to get everything done and upload some videos and things like that. And then I went to bed again. I can't remember having done anything of that. It's also hazy. So when I loaded back in, I had to kind of take a look around and see, did I really do all this? How is this possible? But somehow I managed, so I'm happy about that. It's actually a fairly nice country I've managed to pull through here. I'm quite shocked with myself. I think there's no point in having additional troops here that is not going to do anything. In fact, I could change them to Hoei Shidan. I do have everything available now at this point. It's so nice when I've been playing some more on some personal playthroughs or whatever to call them. And it's so nice not having to deal with tanks when you have production here and you're producing infantry equipment and things like that, and not have to deal with tanks to any greater extent. It's only these light tanks here. And we have our total need filled and building up a supply. It's the KI-27 here that we need to build some more of. Another thing that I noticed, which was quite a revelation to me, is that there's variations of, like, models of them for hangars. So I unlocked the KI-27, but to get the equivalent for hangars, or for carriers, I need to do this specialized research, which is kind of cleverly hidden here. I almost missed it, and that's where I get the Zero Sen, famous from Pearl Harbor and so on. Just to mention that when I found it, because it was such a revelation. Probably everyone had noticed previously before me, but I kind of wanted to mention that when I had a chance. Let's send some more troops to China. There's no need to. I'm not going to fight the Soviet Union. That's just not going to happen. At least not in a very long time. So I might as well demilitarize the border, send all the troops where they can be useful, i.e. to Guangxi Click, and so on. So how is it going with my Air Force? I have all my Air Force right here at the moment. I could send them preemptively down to Sichuan, which makes more sense, honestly. And see what I have here. There's not too many, so there's no point in basically doing anything with them. And here I have a lot of airplanes, so those can also be transported there. There's no point in them having them in Kanto at the moment. And here we have even more stuff. I will leave the naval bombers there, and everything else, well, can go to Sichuan. Or can they? There's only 400 airplanes that will entertain, and only this is like 294. Are there any airports available near here? Or can they even reach from here? No, they can't. Can they? Air wings don't have coverage. Damn it. Okay, so that poses a bit of an issue. There's no other airport available in the vicinity. That's the closest one. And this one. I suppose the Shanghai one, but that is further away from where we are now. Right now there's 324 airplanes in there, so I think we just have to go without Taiwan and the Air Force there. They will have to deal with it, I suppose. And the air forces that have been sent here will be divided up as well. So one fighter and one air support will help in Western China, and they will do air superiority and close air support, respectively. Everything else, basically, will go to Southern China. And in Southern China, they will go for air superiority and interception, so we can knock down enemy airplanes as well as their fighters. And not have any issues there. Close air support and close air support from the tactical bombers and close air support. You know, both of them to help out, which should work out fairly well. Let's leave the strategic air map mode and head back here. The divisions are in place. What are you thinking of my plan? The plan is so far looking pretty good. Inferior enemy, according to this guy. I'm not sure I believe him, but there's still, a bunch of days left until the war actually starts. What are you thinking of your plan over here? Inferior enemy. Yes, so inferior enemy pretty much everywhere. Some are a bit concerned that some divisions have not received all their stuff yet. What is it that they could possibly be missing? Nothing, I assume. I mean, we're producing so much infantry equipment. It's pretty good to have that stocked up. I noticed as well, when you switch out, you get fairly big, storage spaces, I suppose, or a lot of storage of old material when you switch out, because when you here get to, the weapons 2, you have to switch it out in the factory and you produce a whole new batch. but the infantry equipment 1 doesn't disappear from that, and it doesn't convert over, so you're stuck with a ton of infantry equipment 1. And what you can do, I've noticed, is when you're sending Lend-Lease, you can send the inferior weaponry. Like here we have almost 11,000 units of infantry equipment, and growing very steadily. And the only reason I'm not taking it away is because I don't want to mess with the efficiency. Those factories are already used to producing that kind of material, so I should probably let them do that. The only thing I could possibly add anything more to is the KI-27, which needs quite a lot for upgrading our current fighters and providing that. We can modify the government, and we can also modify laws. We have limited exports at the moment, which is pretty good. There is something to be said about free trade. Factory output, construction speed, and research time especially. Minus 10% there is pretty nice, but it's not worth it, I think. We need our current materials going for our stuff. Extensive conscription. We already have a lot of manpower, so that's not a priority. Political advisor. I mean, we already have the political power gain by 15%. We could get a Prince of Terror, Horoshi Oshima, but I don't see the point in that. We could go for military high command with infantry expert. I mean, we use a lot of infantry. We use primarily infantry, so that should be pretty good. That should help us out in the long run, especially now in the coming war. And what's more important in the coming wars is to get up some army experience so we can customize our divisions and extend them, because currently, as I think we've gone into before, the Hoi Shidan, which is the primary division template used, is just a bunch of infantry. And we could add some artillery in the back and maybe some anti-tank later on for when we... I suppose that will be added if we're going to fight against the Soviet Union. Which we're not going to. We're not going to fight the Soviet Union. I've mentioned it already 3 times. And this playthrough is not even that old, and I've already said it too many times. Okay, let time pass. Let the time pass. I hope we've gotten some new carriers. I mean, this carrier fleet is perfect, so I will actually send it away now to Nagasaki, where all the submarines are. I still, you know, want... the annoying thing when playing a game this early is that there's a lack of documentation, I suppose. In Hearts of Iron 3, no matter how complicated that game is, you can look up everything on a wiki. You get detailed information about how a battle works, even if you don't need that information to survive day to day in the game. You can, figure out pretty much everything. Everyone has already figured it out. It's ready there to be read. And that's not the same at the moment. But that will arrive at that point, of course, over time. It's just how it is. But currently, you don't have that much information available. But I'll survive somehow, I'm sure. We could go for military police. That could be useful when we have occupied territories. We could do some specialized military police divisions to deal with that. Maintenance company, which could be pretty good. Field hospital. That seems like a worthwhile goal. We do have motorized available. Motorized rocket artillery. Oh, there we go. That's some stuff available. I wonder what else I missed with these things, because I just thought that I don't even really know what I thought about them. Like here you have even light tank destroyer, light self-propelled artillery, and light self-propelled anti-air. I mean, so many things I missed. Quite terrible. Let's go with Hago. We need to upgrade our light tanks. We're not using that many light tanks, but we will eventually get some light tanks. Hopefully kind of combine them into what we have currently. So right at the moment we only have... Where is it? Where is the light tank one? Oh, maybe add another unit here, so we have 2 produced at the same time. These are going for affinity, so here they will try to train 2 at the same time at the best of their capabilities, so you get them out faster. and it will go on until I close it down. And I think with the 1 marine at the time, we will get a fairly nice amount of marines available quite quickly. This one will be changed to Hoyoshidan, which is a pretty nice way of seeing how much you have available. 2 million manpower, 14k available infantry equipment, and so on. Subdue the Warlords is done, so we have a war to fight now. We do have a war to fight. But before the war starts, what should we do? We could go for increased naval production. Actually, let's do that. That's good to get started early on so we can get the benefits over time. So now we have a war. We will declare war on Changchi. And China will be called into that immediately by default. We will declare war on here the People's Republic of China. Not so big right now, huh? So 3 wars immediately. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Now we need to plan out. I should have done the planning first, shouldn't I? Well, let's just call that a mistake then. Okay, so the plan will be to... Here's a river. That will be a fairly good line of first assault. And then a second assault, which will take us until somewhere around here. Seems decent enough. I don't think there's no big plan anyway. And over here, basically, just take it all. I mean, there's not too much to do. The country is, I suppose, it kind of is like a triangle of sorts. You know, if you imagine it like this, that it gets smaller and smaller the further on you go in. There's no natural stopping points. I suppose the rivers could be, but who the hell gives a shit? Let's just start. Let's invade. Okay, so get done here. They consider this move to be risky. Why exactly is that? We have air superiority, inferior enemy. Some divisions are not in position. How is that possible? Who is not in position? Okay, never mind. Just get started anyway. There's no point in waiting. We have quite a number of units here available to be added to the various units. So here we go, adding it to that one and sending it up here. Let's add it to the front line. There we go. And the other 2 will be added to blue and will be added to the front line. There we go. Wait, I think I messed that up, the second part. Blue and added to front line. There we go. And let time pass once more. And now we only have Yunnan and Chibei Sanma left after these wars. I think the initial ones is going to go fairly well here. One thing that I like here is that you can see how many men you've lost. Like People's Republic of China has already lost 3,000, 4,000 men in casualties. We have lost 167, 173, which is a pretty good result, I'd say. Okay, we have things that are done. Research slot. Here they were doing things in the air doctrine. I could switch that to land doctrine now, because we kind of need to invest in that long term. Considering it takes so long and there's no time requirements, you kind of just need to put in some effort there overall. With this done, I think maybe a bit more in the fighters area, which meant that our resources are currently insufficient. What is it that we're lacking? Aluminum. Alright, let's add some more of that. That's no problem. I think these are all having missions that they're doing. And I think I don't even think the Chinese have any air power, at least. Not these Chinese warlords. Don't have anything. So I think it will be a pushover. We have air superiority, we have pretty much everything that we need. Especially Changchi is not going to pose much trouble at all. And hopefully these won't die. Plus we have the support of reorganized Nationalist China. I honestly preferred Nationalist China to reorganize. It's kind of a mouthful. Reorganized Nationalist China. But what can you do?